What's up, everyone? Coach JR here from Believe Elite Athletic Training. This is the Becoming Elite podcast. Once again, back with Ryan Rodriguez.
What's going on?
And we are going to talk about the topic at hand right now is obviously COVID-19 and quarantine life. So this has obviously impacted a ton of people. It's impacted me and my business, which obviously impacts the athletes and coaches that train here, but most importantly, obviously it's impacted those who have passed away and families, so I don't want to discount that, but obviously this podcast is geared toward our athletes and people that follow us on our social medias. So I really feel for our athletes right now, and I train a good handful of senior athletes, whether they're in high school or college, and those are the athletes that I really thought of off the bat because, you know, that's a unique situation to be in your final year of your career, whether it be high school or college, and the abrupt way that it was stopped and taken sucks. And I say it from a coaching standpoint because I had those opportunities when I was a senior to play and compete, and so I know the memories and how it felt. But but Ryan here is the living proof of a senior athlete at the NCAA Division I level, golf athlete, so spring sport in the heart of it.
Yep.
And Ryan, I'm just going to kind of let you take it away. I know you might go on a little bit of a rant with this, and I'm fine with that because I want athletes to hear you and know that it's okay to be pissed, to be upset, frustrated, confused. I mean, you're in a weird spot because now you're like a man,
yeah.
And it's like, do I make a career choice now or do I keep pursuing my goals with athletics? So take it away, dude.
Yeah, so it was my senior year, and we kind of knew stuff was going weird when the Ivy League ended up dropping out completely of the NCAA tournament, but all sports in general. So it was kind of like a waiting game to see when's my coach going to call me and tell me it's over. And we were set to go on a plane to Tennessee the next day, and I was driving to a golf lesson down in Westchester, and I got the call. He said, everything is completely over. And I mean, you know, I expected it, but ultimately I can't lie, like, there were some tears on that car ride home. I actually did something cool. I have a voice memo every time I use on my iPhone, anytime anything happens in golf. So I wanted to capture that raw reaction. So one day I'll go back and I'll listen to that because it was tears as I was going over the Tappan Zee Bridge. But I kind of knew by the time I had gotten home, like, what my choices were, and that's a testament to the coaches that I have and the mindset that they've put me in. I knew right away, like, hey, this is not over. Like, my life isn't over. One chapter is over, but, you know, there's things that I could do to starting the next chapter. So what I actually did was I took it as a perfect opportunity to start in my room. I removed all my college goals. I removed all my trophies from high school. I removed everything. I didn't throw them away, but I moved them up to the shed just to kind of and completely minimalize my room to sort of set my mind straight as, hey, we're starting a new phase. Like, this is part 2. This is the next phase. This is the second episode. So after that, man, like, I kind of was ready to go. And I started calling my coaches, and I started, you know, talking with some friends and people that I consider to be in my power circle, and we were just discussing, like, hey, you know, what should we do? Like, when are we going to play again? What can we do in the time being? And just being proactive rather than reactive. We're in a weird spot right now, and obviously there's more things going on that are more important than sports. But for the athletes, like, it's not really a time to sit back and relax. It's more of a time to get ready, because as quickly as it ended, it can start up again just as quick. So, you know, overall it was a turbulent experience, but at the end of the day, man, I'm grateful for the opportunities that I've had and the opportunities that I will have, because there is a next phase.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And I was taking notes while you were talking because, one, you're understand this, people. Ryan is a unique human being and young guy. I've trained Ryan, and I met Ryan back when he was in high school, and he was one of the best golfers in the state of New York, and he was a different type of athlete when he walked in my doors. He researches the hell out of how to get better. He did that with his father as well, and he really tried to step up his game as an athlete for years. You've been playing golf since you were what, 7? 2, sorry, 5 years off. So it's different, and not every athlete is going to respond like Ryan just said. And I love some of the stuff you said. And like I said, I wrote it down. Go back and listen to what he said. One, you gotta own what just happened to you. And he said, close the book. This chapter's over. That's not easy to do at all. And he just downplayed it a ton because we could talk about that for probably 7 hours.
Yeah.
That's such an emotional roller coaster, especially the way this went down. It's one thing to lose on the course, final putt, and you had the final putt. You didn't even have anything. Nobody had their game-winning, hit, their no-hit, shutout pitching. I had athletes that literally that was some of their goals.
Yeah. And I want to add something real quick. The way I handled it was I kind of know why I play golf. And yeah, like the accolades, the championships, that's all like definitely part of why I play golf. But ultimately, I play golf because it's just a part of who I am. And ever since I was 2 years old, I've loved the game. And I know that the game isn't going to go away. Maybe just the form of how I play the game is going to change. Like maybe I don't get to, play in that tournament that I always wanted to play in. But at the end of the day, I still have golf, and I'm very grateful for that. And I don't ever get to compete my senior year for my conference championship in the Big Sky, but I still get to go out, play, and have fun. And sports is balancing, why you play sports and also striving for greatness.
That's awesome. And again, very mature way to handle it. There were other key points that you said that this is a very good conversation because this is going to segue to our next podcast episode. But you said got to go back to basics and kind of reset goals and get a new routine. And you talked about a power circle.
Yep.
So who is in your power circle? Like, give me like the 3 to 6 people where you're like, yo, I need to talk to you now.
Like for instance, I've got my coaches, I've got my family, I've got girlfriend and friends, and what I like to do is I like to know what people's strengths are. Like for instance, in terms of a coach, I know his strength is golf. So if I need to talk to him about something about the technical aspect of golf, that's what I'm talking to. If I need to talk my food's off, I go to you. That you're my food guy. Like if I need to be emotional, then that's why I have my girlfriend for that reasons. So when you know what people's strengths are, then you know who to turn to for what, and you don't end up mixing that up. And that's how I personally am efficient. There's other ways to go about it, but that's how I attack it.
No, I like that because with this situation right now, and I've had it a little bit with athletes that we train here. I love my athletes, all of them. Yeah. I don't care what level you're on. I don't care if you're in the UFC or you're a 7th grader.
Yep.
The contact and the people that are texting me right now,
yep,
not many people, which I was almost surprised about.
Yep.
But I kind of wanted to see, like, are you just going into a hole right now, and you're not talking to anybody, and you're on TikTok, and you're on Netflix, and you're depressed, and you're just not getting those feelings out. And, excuse me, that's a problem. I think your power circle is awesome. And I was just going to ask you, too, and I know these guys probably lump into the friends category, but teammates. Yep. Like guys you compete against. Have you talked to any of them?
Yep, absolutely.
What's their vibe?
Talking to my teammates, first and foremost, making sure I've got some teammates in Spain, so we're making sure like everybody's okay in general. But ultimately, like I've actually had the pleasure of going out and playing with some of them, but ultimately just checking in and making sure everyone's safe and making sure everyone knows like, hey, this is the time to, put your foot on the gas. There's two decisions you can make, to lay off or to step forward, and we're just going to step forward.
Love it. Honestly, what's your goal right now?
My goal right now is to play golf professionally, but there's a lot of things that's got to happen in the interim so that I can get to that point. So I'm at a little bit of a standstill because I can't practice and I can't play, but that doesn't mean I can't train. I'm talking to all my coaches, I'm branching out. I'm getting into functional movement. I'm getting into explosiveness training, ballistic training.
So you're getting into some things that you might have considered weaknesses in the past.
Absolutely. You just got to whittle down at what are your options and simplify it as best as you can. And the main thing, because I have so much time on my hands, is it's not an 8-hour day thing. When I have a game plan, I execute the game plan, and I still spend time with family, spend time FaceTiming my friends and stuff like that, even playing a little video games here and there. But when I am working, it's full focus, and it's using my resources and people in my circle.
That's huge, man. That's great. This has been an awesome conversation so far. I know there's some topics and key points from this that I would love to expand on in other episodes, just because I think right now in the time span that we have, a lot of athletes need to hear this stuff.
Yeah.
They need to hear it from me as a coach, but you as an athlete. I mean, you have the goal of getting to the highest level.
Yeah.
A lot of athletes say that. Like, a lot of athletes have these huge goals of, I want to be a pro. I've been texting back and forth with, even last night, 3 guys that all want to play professional baseball.
Yeah.
When you say you want to be at that level, you have to be different.
Oh, yeah.
And for the high school senior that, I want to play pro baseball, or I want to play Division I basketball, and then you have the junior and the sophomore in high school that want to get a scholarship. Everyone's goal is super important, but when you have a goal like that, every day matters.
Every day.
And the thing that you said, and I love it, simplify, go back to the basics. And this really is an awesome opportunity in time, even though I know it's an awkward time and not normal whatsoever. This is the time to work on the little things, and put the day-to-day action in there, because that's going to add up to the point where, like, when things go back to normal and you're hitting the course and you're playing, you're going to go back and be like, I improved. I got better. Yeah. Not, I suck. I lost a lot of skills. I gained weight. And again, that's a lot of stuff that we could talk about in the next few episodes. So that was awesome, Ryan. I know I appreciate you letting the emotion out on it too.
Yep.
I love the fact that you said you teared up, because that's normal. Yeah. Like, I had the opportunity to play high school basketball, high school baseball, and I played college basketball. And I remember when I was done with the game of basketball, and like you, like 2 years old, 3 years old, like I had a ball in my hand. And when it's done, unfortunately, it is done. You can go and play golf whenever you want,
yep,
but your mindset will be different.
Yep.
Going to play golf and having fun is cool.
No, it's not the same.
Going and competing to win,
yeah, it's not the same.
It's completely different. The same thing with old man league basketball and shit.
Yep.
It's different. So stay the course, and we'll help you deal with what you got going on. And I have something great that I worked on coming. Next episode, I'm going to talk about it, but it's coming soon, and we're gonna make you unbeatable. So Ryan, I appreciate the time.
Awesome.
And for those of you listening, if you're new, and even if you're not new, follow us on Instagram, Believe Elite Training. Follow us on Facebook, Believe Elite Athletic Training. Twitter, @JRTrainedBeat. And our website is BelieveYouAreElite.com. This podcast is called Becoming Elite. Follow us. Share our stuff. We want to help as many athletes as we can. And we appreciate your time and your ears for listening.